Hey everybody, welcome back to Awaken Your Chakras class. This is Dr. Kara, and I am here with chakra number 5, your chakra balance lesson for this chakra. And we're going to talk about what is balanced, what does it look like, and then what is over and under energized look like, so you can recognize in yourself and others. It's kind of fun to kind of diagnose other people like, oh, that's a really weak chakra 3 with that kind of lack of boundaries or whatever. So start recognizing it in yourself, recognizing it in other people. As a game, of course, no judgment. We're just all here doing the best we can, healing what we came to heal, sharing our gifts, and we're all going through it. So be gentle with yourself as you may recognize patterns in yourself and your life. Know that you have the power to adjust, to update, to heal, to balance yourself and your life. So let's start with what it looks like when chakra 5 is balanced. For starters, you have a strong, clear voice. The actual tone of your voice is balanced and resonant and clear. And your voice, in terms of what you say, has all of those qualities as well. So when this chakra is balanced, you have clear communication. You choose the words, you mean what you say, and say what you mean. You have clear communication that honors you and honors others. You also embrace your personal authority, and you have a very, this is, really moving into some very balanced leadership energy in this chakra, because you can say what you want to say without attachment to making things happen, right? Without that pushing energy, but to be able to just speak your truth in a clear voice is a balanced chakra 5. And again, because of the arms, our arms represent going out into the world, giving and receiving. And because I see chakra on the arms as part of chakra 5, this chakra also governs being able to give and receive help and caring. So just think about how we use our arms in the world. Yes, they are also kind of connected to chakra 4, but also very much chakra 5. And as I have been alluding to in the earlier video, a balanced chakra 5 really shows up as the ability to accept. Well, I hesitate to use God's will because I'm not a God person, but to accept divine will, fate, circumstances. Sometimes things are just beyond our ability to control and to change. And when we have a balanced chakra 5, we're in that really beautiful dynamic harmony, dynamic equilibrium of knowing what we can make happen in our world and knowing what we can't. And so there's a lot of fluidity and a lot of acceptance of what is, while also recognizing our power and our ability to create and co-create what we want to have in our world. So there's a beautiful dynamic equilibrium there. So clear communication, strong voice, owning your leadership, honoring yourself and others, giving and receiving help, and just really being at one with the universe and recognizing your place in it and what's possible for you to co-create and what's just not, and being accepting of that. All right, so let's look at now the other side of it. When we have too much energy in our 5th chakra, we talk too much. I'm thinking of when I used to have school meetings when I was working at the college, and the folks in the speech department, they could not shut up. When it was time to listen, they had a hard time. They loved talking, but that's, an overabundance of energy in chakra 5. If you can't turn it off when it's appropriate, then that's an imbalance. Gossiping is a big chakra 5 issue. And again, like I just said, an inability to listen. You need to be able to listen. Chakra 5, while we really think about the sending out communication of chakra 5 because it's so obvious because of our voice, chakra 5 also governs our ears and our hearing and our listening. So if we can't turn off our talking to be able to listen, or we're just not listening when somebody else is talking, that's too much energy in chakra 5. Also, just being overextended in life is a chakra 5 too much energy. So sometimes we got to reel ourselves in to find some balance. Criticizing, again, that kind of goes with the gossiping, but being overly critical and verbal about that criticism is a chakra 5 issue, as is stuttering. So if you know somebody who stutters, that's too much energy there. And you can kind of see how that could show up physically. If there's too much energy, it's like, but you might just need to dampen down that 5th chakra energy to decrease that stuttering. It's kind of like too much pressure building up behind a faucet or something like that. And when it comes out, it's like, so excessive is just too much. And then at the other end of the pendulum, if you don't have enough energy in your 5th chakra, this is where your voice is weak, your words are weak. You have a hard time finding the right words for what you want to say, especially with your emotions. Deficient energy here also shows up as being introverted and shy and having a hard time putting your feelings into words. And also, if we don't have enough energy here, we're afraid of speaking. And the number one fear in the US is public speaking. So, I think we have a cultural deficiency of energy in chakra 5, because public speaking is a bigger fear than dying for most people, which is so funny. So we need to bring that balance back. But if you recognize any of these qualities in yourself, just know that you can work with the energy of this chakra to boost your voice, to boost your articulateness, and to get over that introversion and shyness or fear of speaking if you have that. So hopefully that gives you some insight into yourself and your life and some patterns. I know for me, I have, been at both ends of the spectrum. I did, in high school, I gossiped a bit, and I have been critical in my life. I've also been painfully shy and afraid of speaking and feeling uncomfortable in the spotlight. And when I was speaking at conferences, my chakra 5 is very, very sensitive, always has been, and there's some lifelong patterns around chakra 5 that I have been working through for a long time. But I know this is one of my sensitive, vulnerable chakras. And so I am very tuned into chakra 5, pay attention to my voice and how it sounds, how much talking I do physically. I have to really monitor the amount of talking I do in a day or a week. So just know that we all of these things all go together, and we can grow and strengthen and become more aware and more tuned in to each of our chakras and make the micro adjustments that are necessary to keep finding our balance. I think these are not finite. There's a dynamic equilibrium. And so don't get down on yourself if you're like, oh crap, I gossip, or oh, I'm painfully shy. We can have both of these, and we're just looking for that middle ground, and starting to recognize how we are in the world and how we are with ourselves so that we can update and clear that. So next lesson will be the chakra fixes for chakra 5, a lot of fun ones. And hopefully you are getting a lot of insight into yourself, which is empowering and exciting. So good luck with this, and I will see you in the next lesson.